What's going on, people? If you guys are anything like me, you see this large roster of characters. We have 33 characters we can pick and choose from, and we're like, what the hell, who the hell should I pick to play in Marvel Rivals? But don't worry, I played hours and hours, even from beta, to allow me to assist you with picking the easiest characters to play in Marvel Rivals. Trust me, these characters are broken. The first character I would select is Venom. Venom is a motherfucking powerhouse. This man is so damn tanky, and he's very straightforward to play. So now let's explain his moveset. His R2 is pretty much when you're up close with somebody. You see how much damage that it does. It extends his tentacles, but you want to try to hold your aim on the opponent so all these tentacles hit him so it can do max damage. And then you have his R1. The R1 is pretty much his shield. So let's say you're super low, you're in a fight, and you're about to die. You're gonna press R1, you get this blue shield on you, and you get some extra health to stay alive. As you can see, I'm almost about to die. I press R1, and you can pretty much stay in the fight. You can choose to run away. You pretty much have options from what you want to do. It all depends on the situation. And then you have your L1, which is his whip swing. You have two options. You can use it to dive in, or you can use it to run away. And if you notice, once you're in the air, you can press square to do a dive and strike, which is another good way to dive in on your opponents and get in some good damage and get a quick kill. Also with Venom, you can actually climb the wall by jumping on it, and you can actually run. So this is another good way to flank your opponents. If you notice during your dive and strike, the opponents go in the air and you can focus them to get additional damage. And then if you have your L2 cooldown, it pretty much, if you land it, it grabs somebody close to you and it slows them down, and then allows you to get your R2 in. See, just like this, they can't run anywhere. You can use that to hold down somebody and get a kill. Now his ult is Feast of the Abyss. What it allows you to do is crawl underground, try to get as many people you can into that circle, and then press R2 in order to get the attack off. And you can see a lot of damage happens from that, and you could pretty much try to finish him off. Like I said, Venom is very straightforward, and he's a mother effing monster. Don't sleep on him. And then up next, you got Miss Wanda. I'm pretty sure if you played some Marvel Rivals, you already felt how strong this character can be. So let me explain. So now her R2 is a hit scan, so pretty much as you hold it, you just got to make sure you follow the opponent, and you pretty much suck the life out of them. No diddy. So you just want to track, and just literally tracking. That's it. There's no real aiming involved with her R2. Now you have the L2, so pretty much if you're knowing you're about to kill an opponent, you could throw this in to put some extra damage in on your opponent if you have it available. It's just another way to add some more damage as you fighting an opponent. And you get 4 of them, and they take time to recharge, as you see in the middle. The other thing that Wanda has that make her so insane, so let's say you're into a fight, she literally has a way to get away by pressing R1, and she can literally get out of the fight. And while she's in phase, she cannot be hit. They can pretty much get back out the fight, try to reassess, and then go from there. And now her L1, which is her Dark Seal, is pretty much an AoE attack that stuns an opponent that stands in it. And so if you get people in it, you can pretty much slow them down so you can get some more attack on them while they're trying to run away. It allows you to stall them from running away. So that's something you have to, try to combo together. Like this. You see the whole circle. This is the AoE This is pretty much where the stun takes effect. So her ult is pretty much a self-explanatory. You just want to get around as much opponents as you can, and she literally insta kills if you get them inside of the ult. And now you have Squirrel Girl. Honestly, this character I did not imagine to be this fun and this broken, but yeah, this is a character that you might want to take into consideration if you want to main, if you're looking for a DPS main, because she hits like a goddamn truck. Alright, so now her R2, she pretty much shoots out explosive nuts, as you can see. She shoots out these nuts, as you can see. What I found out with her, you want to try to skid the nuts closer to the floor, because her nuts does explosive damage, as you can see. And you see how hard that they hit? They hit like crazy. Alright, I think aiming them down, you want to stay mid to far range with her, because the farther you are, the less damage that she does. So you want to stay mid, but you don't want to get in too close, because once somebody getting close, it is real hard to kill an opponent using Squirrel Girl. Her L2, she throws out this acorn. This acorn pretty much locks an opponent down so they can't move. They're pretty much stuck in one space. So of course, once you get somebody locked in from the acorn, you want to make sure you finish them off with a couple acorns of your R2. So it pretty much works with your R2. It's like a combo. See how quick that they take them out? She's that insane. You're trying to get out, or you're trying to find a way to get away from your opponent, you have your L1. The L1 is pretty much a jump. You see how far you could jump away. You could get out the fight. You could pretty much get different angles also if you use this. Now, her last move. Okay. So look, I'm about to use all my cooldowns. Alright, all my cooldowns are done. If I press R1, I automatically get it back. Allows you to refresh all your cooldowns. Now let's talk about her ult. With her ult, she pretty much summons squirrels. You want to pretty much get a good angle, because the squirrels bounce off the wall, left back and forth. And what you want to do, just attack on more damage. This is a really nice ult if you could get them in a room and then spawn your ult in there just to go back and forth and get as much damage as you can. And as you can see, she hits like a truck. Ain't no joke. I did want to make sure I get a character from each role. Now this mother effer, if y'all been playing Rivals, y'all already know what this damn character can do. This character is insane. He is very fun to play. He's a healer, but he can also put on a lot of damage. You just got to know what to do with his kit. So now let's explain. His R2 is pretty much what you're using to heal. It's this stream of water. All you got to basically do is aim it onto your teammates so they can regain health. You don't want to push with Jeff, because if you get killed, you are damaging your team a lot. So staying back with Jeff, healing your teammates is really the ideal situation. His L2 is pretty much him shooting out bubbles, as you can see. They do pretty considerate damage, especially if this man is a healer. It does pretty considerate damage. All right, so of that, of course, if you see your team is doing pretty good on heals, yeah, you want to get some shots in and to hopefully get some kills, because Jeff can get a lot of damage. His L1 is when he goes into his shark fin. This pretty much if he's in danger and pretty much he regains health while he does it, he can actually climb the wall to pretty much confuse the opponent while he's healing. And you can do that anytime in the match. This is why he's so crazy. This doesn't even have a cooldown. So if you pretty much learn how to get good with this, you'll find that Jeff has a lot of good movement. Now his R1 is another way to heal. He spawned these little bubbles. If you see your teammate weak, you can shoot them out around their teammates so they can pick up the health bubbles. If an opponent touches this, it knocks them up. Now Jeff's ult is insane. It's called It's Jeff. With this alt, you want to try to get as much people in this circle as possible. You can find an edge to throw them off. Like that. Or you can just grab them in a special and just take them away from their teammates. Basically taking them out the fight. Alright. The most annoying, I would say strongest characters, easiest characters in this game. You don't need to know a lot to win with Iron Man, should I say. Alright, so Iron Man, let's get straight. So Iron Man R2 is him just shooting these little bombs. That's the main attack you're gonna be spamming. Basically, your job is to annoy the hell out of people, focus heals, focus DPS characters to try to get them out of there as soon as possible. Basically, you want to stay back, spamming these. Remember, shoot them closer to the ground because they have AoE on them. All right, if I didn't mention to ascend and descend, to ascend is L2, to descend is L1. Now, his R1, if you have somebody close to you, you can press R1 pretty much to get them off of you. But this is, you have to track the opponent. So this is pretty much if somebody's trying to push you. I like to do this. You see how crazy that shit melts? It actually melts. Alright, now triangle, which is armor overdrive, it pretty much boosts the damage of your R2. And you can also launch missiles by pressing X. That's a way to put on a lot more damage. So if you have that cooldown and you got some shots, that's something you want to use because it takes off a lot of damage. Now his circle, let's say somebody is on you, you're about to die, you need to find some health. You press circle, you can use that to get out the way. In the midst of you pressing circle, you can press X to launch missiles. So that's something, if you know your opponent's weak, they're trying to run away, you can quickly throw some missiles at them. Now his alt is pretty straightforward. It's a maximum pulse. You want to try to shoot it. You want to try to shoot it towards the ground. You want to try to shoot it towards the ground in order to kill as much enemies in that area. And that's pretty much it, people. In my opinion, these are the easiest, strongest characters in the game in Marvel Rivals. So if you have struggles with getting good at the game and try to understanding characters and what you should do, I think this guy will help you out with getting started. Pick any other 5 characters that you feel the most comfortable with, and I promise you'll find success in no time. But outside of that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. TDN signing out. Yo, yo, yo.